Yeah. What's going down, man? Snacks on Sports. I'm back with another one. Yiddy. You know what I'm saying? We finna talk about this. We finna talk about this All Star Weekend. You know what I'm saying? My take is a little different, than everybody else. Cheyenne, what's good with it? We finna talk about this All Star Weekend, fam. You know what I'm saying? My take is a little different, man. Um, man, you know, the whole weekend or since the All Star game, you know, um, yeah, Sabrina and Steph came with it. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina and Steph came with it. You dig? I enjoyed that, but my thing is like this, man. I enjoyed the whole weekend. Now, all right, this is my thing. This is my thing with All Star Weekend. Or I mean, I kind of see where everybody's coming from. This whole week after the All Star game, you know what I mean. Ever since Sunday night, all the way up until now, all I've been hearing is, you know, sports talk radio, you know, media on TV, fans, all talking about how trash the game was. The players ain't putting out no effort and all this and that. They talking about the 200 points. My thing, hey, I'm like, 200 points, good. Hey, I don't got a problem with it at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people are losing perspective. I just think people we in a time right now, man. I can't speak for the rest of the world. I can only speak about America because that's where I live. You know what I'm saying? We just in an era. We just in a time where everybody want to complain about everything. Everybody just wants to complain about everything. Like, dude, the All Star game is an exhibition game. Like, there's no type of um, you don't get the players don't get as far as like when it comes to the incentives for their team. Like for example in baseball, I don't know if it's still like this in baseball, but because I haven't paid attention in a little while. But it used to be that in baseball, American League versus the National League, whichever whichever league won the All Star game, that team would um, whichever league won the All Star game. So let's say if the American League won the All Star game against the National League, then whoever is the American League representative, uh, whichever team is the representative of the American League will have home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? So kind of give the players a little incentive or whatever. I don't want that in basketball or whatever. You know what I'm saying? In the NBA. But what I'm saying is like there's nothing like that, right? So in the NBA. So to expect these players, like it's an exhibition game. You know what I'm saying? The All Star game is basically it's a glorified like preseason game. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I understand where people are coming from somewhat. You know what I'm saying? As far as like with the effort and I mean, I kind of get it, but then again, I don't because it's an all-star game. It's an exhibition game. It's for the fans. It's for the people watching. It's for every. They're not supposed to go balls to the wall. Now, I do understand that in years past it was more competitive. So I do believe that I agree that there's a happy medium. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just go all out. You know what I mean? The game don't count for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they can go a little harder, but still in that, like just the reaction, man. I just think it's over. People are like they're going overboard with their complaints. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a sports fan, that a former athlete, that played basketball and a little bit of football, So I'm saying that because I'm always gonna watch the All-Star game. I'm hearing people like, "Oh, I'm done with the All-Star, with the NBA All-Star game now." I'm not like, for me, I'll never get to that point. It got to be a fall off so drastic. You know what I'm saying? Like there will I will there will never be a time where I will not be tuned in to NBA All-Star Weekend. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, growing up as a kid, and then maybe in years past, maybe um, at times maybe it was a little bit more exciting. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I still enjoy it, man. The slam dunk contest. Um, the slam dunk contest. I think I like Mac McClung. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's the one of the most entertaining dunkers. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that. But I do think before Mac McClung, the last super dope, and maybe I could be forgetting, but the last super dope slam dunk contest was them shits that Aaron Gordon was in. Aaron Gordon got robbed twice. I'm sorry. Like, I never seen no shit like that in my motherfucking life. And a little side note about Aaron Gordon, when he was with the Orlando Magic, it was around the time when I had first started working like Uber Eats, you know what I mean, and DoorDash and stuff like that. Um, because Aaron Gordon is from San Jose. He went to Archbishop Mitty. And so it was right after the regular season. The season was still going on. It was the beginning of the playoffs. But the regular season had ended probably about a week prior to what I'm talking about. And I got a hit for Uber Eats, right? And the name said, for who was for, it said Aaron Gordon. I knew who Aaron Gordon was, but I didn't think that it was this Aaron Gordon. You know what I mean? Because that's happened before where I think I delivered one time to somebody named Whitney Houston. Obviously, it wasn't Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston had already passed away by this time, but this lady's name was Whitney Houston. So I was just thinking it was something like that, right? So I go pick up the food and go drop it off and go drop it. So I go. I get to the destination, go knock at the door, and lo and behold, a tall ass motherfucker come to the door and answer the door, and it's Aaron Gordon, the Aaron Gordon. This nigga came to the door. This nigga he ain't had shit on but like some drawers and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was in there with some family. I don't think this was his house. It probably was just like he was at family's house or something like that. It was in a somewhat cool neighborhood. It was in the suburbs in San Jose, but it wasn't like the elite of the elite suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Like where everything is all mansions and mini mansions. So I don't think it was his house. You know what I mean? It was a big house, but it was just like a regular big house. It wasn't like a mansion. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Aaron Gordon. I delivered to Aaron Gordon. You know what I'm saying? And then I went on Twitter and posted, hey, y'all just delivered to Aaron Gordon. And then he gave me a fat ass tip and fucking retweeted my tweet and shit. So that was cool. Just a little side note that I had delivered an Uber Eats to Aaron Gordon a few years back. You feel me? But Aaron Gordon got straight up fucking robbed in both of those. Now Zach LaVine, he's a high flyer, and Aaron Gordon did like you got to understand, bro. Like the slam dunk contest has been going on for so long now that all the dunks have been done. Aaron Gordon pulled off some shit that nobody had ever seen before. Like Aaron Gordon, bro, when he did that motherfucking dunk and he put the ball under his legs, bro, and like sat down in the air and shit, like, bro, and he was doing these shits in one take. It wasn't no, I missed the dunk and I go back, I gotta try it again. No, he was doing these shits in one take. Like, I never see, bro, that like Aaron Gordon, I'm sorry, he got robbed. My only issue with the All-Star game is at least give 50 to 75% effort. I didn't watch the All-Star game at all just because they only gave 20% effort. I understand their frustration, but crying too much. 2060 was the last time I enjoyed the All-Star weekend from start to finish. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I don't knock nobody. I'm just giving my personal perspective and my response to all of the complaining that I see everybody doing because, like I said, I get the complaints to a certain point, like up to a certain extent, but I'm keeping in perspective that it's an exhibition game. Like, it's an exhibition game, and there's no type of incentive for the players. This is just entertainment for the fans. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like I said, there's nothing that happened in that All-Star game or an All-Star weekend to get me to be like, I'm never watching NBA All-Star weekend. Like, it's just not. I don't have that level of like complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I understand people that I can kind of feel people that feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of it too is because most human beings are followers. So a lot of times what happens is we hear somebody say something and then we're like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. Even if deep down they don't really truly agree with it, or they may not even truly give a fuck about it, but because it's the popular opinion, it's the popular thing to say, then everybody else just starts to have that same type of opinion. And I just don't, like everybody's like, 200 points. How could they, bro? I mean, I love it. Now, I will say this. I didn't watch the game front to back because I wasn't at home like that. You know what I'm saying? I did see the clips, but if I was at home, I would have been watching the game. Like, I would have been watching it. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter. Usually in the fourth quarter of these games, the All-Star games, they buckle down and they get a little bit more serious in the fourth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't at home to see it live. But yeah, I just I'm hearing a lot of ridiculous takes coming out of this All-Star game. Like Stephen A talking about get rid of the whole All-Star weekend. Just get rid of it. Get rid of the game. Like, dude, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, how is that? So just get rid of the All-Star game. Say fuck it. Just do away with it. And that's what is that going to solve? How is that going to, like, you can't do that. Like that don't even make no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, nah. So Friday night, was the celebrity game and the shooting stars challenge or the rising stars challenge. You know what I mean? I always like that night because I always like seeing these rookies and second-year players doing their thing. And the celebrity games is just always, fun and entertaining and stuff too. I seen that, or I seen a clip. Something, yes, I didn't see it. I heard about it, and then I seen like a little slight weight clip of Stephen A. falling or something like that. But I'm gonna go back and check that out. But yeah, nah, man, I just don't have the same level of Kwame, because I'm subscribed to Kwame, and I seen that he went live on that. I just hadn't watched it yet, but now that you saying that Kwame was roasting him, because I know he was roasting him, but I'm gonna go back and check that out. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know Stephen A. Even though he played a little basketball coming up, you know what I mean, and in college and in high school and all that, he still kind of like looked like a motherfucker that ain't really got an athletic bone in his damn body. You know what I'm saying? And when you see him shoot, look like he forgot how to damn shoot. You know what I'm saying? That because when you know how to shoot, bro, when you grew up playing basketball, and you know how to shoot. Your shot, your form, you don't lose your form. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your form, you don't lose your form. You know what I mean? And I know everybody don't have like a pure, pretty, beautiful Klay Thompson kind of a form, kind of stroke. You know, I understand that. Some people got that. Like Reggie Miller had that. You know what I'm saying? He'll shoot it, and for whatever reason, I tried to copy that so many times as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I got it down to where I know I can shoot like that. That's not my normal way of shooting, but I copied Reggie Miller so much as a kid because it was just so interesting to me that how he shot the ball. Like he would shoot the ball, and his shooting hand would hit his his left hand that guided the ball. That was always, weird to me. And Bill Cartwright, old school Bill Cartwright had to swing that motherfucker around like this. Bill Cartwright, old ass nigga, swing that motherfucker around all the way like that. You know what I mean? Niggas would be like, no, you got that Cartwright. You got that Cartwright shot. Larry Bird, straight wet. You know what I mean? Even though that nigga was coming from here. Larry Bird was coming from here on their ass. Bam. You know what I'm saying? All net on their bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? But Stephen A., boy, your ass look like you ain't never known how to shoot, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, man. I got a little clip I want to play from Stephen A., as a matter of fact, too, man, because this guy's talking about fucking get rid of the motherfucking All-Star game and shit. Like, what the fuck is you talking about, bitch? Why would you say that? Let me get to this part right here. But yeah, nah, I don't have that same level of I don't have that same level of irritation, like, or I don't got that same level of complaining that most people have, and then so they'll say, well, they need to give the players, they need to do something to incentivize and give the players more. dude, dude. No, you not, dude. The players are already fucking getting paid. They're already getting paid. The All-Star game is it's a part of you shouldn't have to give these players that are already making 30, 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year more money to get them to play. It's an exhibition game. There should be some level of pull back in this game anyway. They shouldn't go as hard. Like I'm sorry, they just shouldn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't just walk up and down the court all you know what I'm saying, all game. But the main thing that the fans want to see, man, is all of these superstars from different teams all around the league coming together playing on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the interesting thing. That's always been the most interesting thing about NBA All-Star, the NBA All-Star game, is LeBron playing with Steph. Steph playing with Luka. Luka playing with Jokic, you know, Embiid playing with Giannis, you know, Giannis playing with Tatum. You know what I mean? Like that's always been interesting. So long as that happens, I'm good. And then for me, it's just I like all of the festivities around the game too. That's just me. That's just me. Like I like the pregame, you know. I like it's not that I like the national anthem and all that, but I always like to see, okay, who's singing the national anthem? You know, who's there at the game? You know what I mean? You know, when they sing the national anthem, they gonna go to you know, the little snapshots and of you know, different celebrities that's in the crowd, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to build up to it. You know what I mean? It's All-Star weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's All-Star weekend. Like I'm not gonna have too much to complain about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Rising Stars Challenge, that was dope. It wasn't nothing that really stood out about that this year, but it was pretty dope. The Celebrity All-Star game. The only thing I'll say about the Celebrity All-Star game is that this year, I mean, like the celebrity pool is getting kind of, used to be able to get, you know, some top celebrities in that motherfucker. Now, you're getting a whole bunch of motherfuckers that motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck they is. You know what I mean? But, you know, that was that. And then Saturday night is always a highlight. You know what I mean? Because you got the skills challenge, you got the 3-point contest, and you got a slam dunk contest. You know, so I remember when they started to incorporate the skills challenge. You know what I mean? It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I got no problem with it. LeBron versus Curry this Thursday on TNT. Won't surprise me if that bald-headed weasel Adam Silver gives the Fakers 50 free throws and the Warriors 15. Listen, that's not gonna surprise me either, man. That's not gonna surprise me either. I need the Warriors to win this game, though, man. Put LeBum out of his motherfucking misery. You know what I'm saying? And let's win this game, man. The Warriors been going on a little. They've been going on a little run. You know what I mean? Before the All-Star break, and I need them to continue that. You know what I mean? Get the Lakers a little payback from that last game a few weeks ago. You know what I mean? We should have won that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, La Bitch James, we already know. You know what I mean? We already know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I won't be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised at all if the NBA, you know, uh, 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 you know, conspires to give LeBron James, LeBum Lames, and the Los Devilish Fakers everything they need to win the game. NBA is doing everything to make sure the Warriors don't surpass the Fakers in the standings. Come on, man. Oh, we already know what they doing, man. We already know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I don't think the NBA gonna be able to stop. I think the Warriors gonna do something special this second half. My whole thing is I was saying, man, listen, I'm paying attention to the Warriors from the All-Star break on. From the All-Star break on, the season starts now. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, from here on out, they got 29 games left. I need the Warriors to go at least 19-10 these last 29 games. I just need them to do that. You know what I'm saying? 19-10. You know, at least. You know, I think they can actually probably do a little better. You know, I don't want to get my hopes up too high because hey, you know, you give them the benefit of the doubt because they're champions. You know what I'm saying? And they've been there and done this, but they didn't have some losses this year that it's just like, y'all really just gonna sit up there and do this? Y'all gonna just sit up there and just blow this motherfucking game? Well, the thing with Trace Jackson Davis, you know what I mean? I think I just think he's a rookie. He just gotta, it's gonna come and go. You know what I mean? For me, I don't really too much get a whole like caught up in that. You know, my thing is like I said, and it's okay to have a difference of opinion. It's okay to agree to disagree, but I just trust Steve Kerr, man. I don't question what Steve Kerr does unless it's like, not that I don't question what he does, because maybe I do that sometimes within game. Like, why this person ain't in? Why this person is in? Why this person out? Why did you take this person out when they were hot? But overall, I know that Steve Kerr has his reasons why he does what he does. You know what I'm saying? And so, Trace Jackson Davis, he's a rookie. He's gonna, to me, he's already Trace Jackson Davis to me has already shown that he's a valuable piece, and that he's gonna get more playing time. It's just sometimes it's just gonna fluctuate. You know what I mean? Depending on matchups and depending on who they playing, depending on how he's playing. You know what I mean? So, but just like the Kaminga thing, I don't want to get to the point to where I'm just assuming or I'm just feeling like Trace Jackson Davis just got to be out there, like he's just, you know what I mean? He should be out there, but I mean, he still got to continue to learn the NBA game as he goes, and like he hasn't. It's not like he just gotta be out there. But like I said, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I trust that Steve Kerr is gonna bring him along as he should. My biggest worry is they're gonna wear Draymond down when he plays at the 5. Well, this is the thing. I'll say 2 things to that. For one, my first response to that about wearing Draymond down is I can't really all the way like Draymond has had enough time off this year. That's basically my, like he's been suspended. He's missed, a lot of games that he should have been there. So it's like, you know, you got to play, brother. You know what I'm saying? You get paid a lot of money for one, and for two, you done already missed a lot of time. So and then so on top of that is that the way that they've played this year, I mean, they put themselves in this predicament. They best players got to be out there. You know what I mean? If Draymond ain't out, if Draymond is not out there, you know what I mean, getting the necessary minutes that he's supposed to get, and just like you said, like at the five, because that's it seems to be our best lineup or one of our best lineups when he's at the five. Um, like he got to be out there. If he's not out there, then you subject yourself to possibly losing more games. And so what I'm trying to say is they've put themselves behind the eight ball with how they played. They're 26-25. If their record was a little bit better, maybe if they would have had 5, 6, 7 more wins than what they have, then maybe, you might be able to, coast Draymond down the stretch a little bit. But because they've lost so many games that they shouldn't have lost, and they're trying to make it up, you know what I'm saying, and make the playoffs, then it is what it is. They put themselves in this position. So he got to play. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that concern, but for me, I don't worry about that because you got to play, big dog. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You got to play. You know what I mean? You already missed hella time, okay, on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then the team hasn't been as successful as it has in the past as far as wins and losses. So now we're in a predicament to where, we got to be in playoff mode earlier than when the playoffs start. So you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. And hey, we might be risking, a little more injury or something like that because he playing more and he, what? But hey, it just is what it is, bro. It just is what it is. They believe that this is a championship team. Joe Lacob, Steve Kerr, they feel like this team right here, right now, is still good enough to win a championship this year. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do everything everything that already happened is in the past, but going forward, since we did what we did in the recent past to put ourselves in the predicament that we in right now, hey, we got to just do whatever the fuck we got to do to put ourselves in the best position to try to go win the championship. So it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Steve Kerr has always shown like and I think if that's your worry too, I wouldn't worry about that, bro, because if you look at Steve Kerr's track record, he's more conservative when it comes to even the star players. Like, he don't give a fuck. Nigga, when it's time for Steph Curry to come out, his ass coming out. When it's time for whoever to come out, they coming out. It don't matter if they on a heater or not. He ain't gonna overdo minutes or whatever, unless it's get to a point to the game where it's late and we trying to win or something like that. But Steve Kerr is pretty diligent in not overplaying and not he gonna watch Draymond minutes and make sure that he ain't going too overboard. But he gotta play, he gotta go hard. I think Golden State could whoop anyone in the West. The only team we're going to have a hard time with is the Fakers because of the Zebras. I agree with that. The Nuggets too. But my thing is like this. I agree with what you're saying just overall about the whole NBA in general. Like, there's no team that's just like for sure, like they're just unbeatable. Like, I come from the school of the champs are the champs until they're dethroned. So for me, I'm never going to overlook the Denver Nuggets, especially when they got that man, that Jokic boy. That's a big mean son of a bitch right there. Yeah, Jokic is a problem. Okay. But should the Warriors fear the Nuggets or something? Of course not. Like the Nuggets aren't like the last team to be like a team like that was us, was the Warriors. There's no team like that in the NBA right now. Anybody can be beat. There's no team that you can just pencil in into the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? In the East or the West. Now I know they trying to pencil in the Celtics. I don't give a fuck what you say. You cannot just pencil in the Celtics to the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying? You can maybe pencil them into the Eastern Conference Finals, but even that, you just don't know. But in the East, it's going to come down to the Celtics and the Bucks, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it's going to come down to. It would have been the Sixers, you know what I mean? But Embiid got hurt, so I'm saying it would have been the Sixers. I'm not saying it would have been the Sixers like. I'm saying it would have. I'm not saying it would have been the Sixers like they for sure would have went to the finals. I'm saying they would have been another team in that mix. You know what I'm saying? Of the Bucks and the Celtics and the 76ers as like teams that could come out of the East. You know, and then you always gotta keep an eye out on Miami because they'll be quiet as fuck and be mediocre than a motherfucker throughout the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I forgot about the Knicks. I never sleep on Miami. You know what I'm saying? But I did forget about the Knicks. I forgot about the Knicks. Yeah. The Knicks is tough. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hey, you just proved my point right there. Hey, you never know, man. You can't just pencil in nobody over there. And then in the West, I mean, goodness fucking gracious, man. There's gonna be some good teams that don't make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You got the Nuggets, you got the Clippers, you got the Thunder, you got the Timberwolves, you got the Kings, you got the Warriors, you got the Suns, you got the Lakers. You know, I mean, the West is just. And I know I'm forgetting somebody. I know it's somebody I'm forgetting about. Oh, Dallas. You got Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I think I said about 9, 10 teams right there. So somebody ain't gonna make the playoffs. But real quick on the All-Star on the All-Star thing. So Saturday night, the 3-point contest is always dope. 3-point contest is always dope. I always enjoy watching that. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. Shout out to Damian Lillard for winning that thing. But I think and Steph and old girl, what's her name? Sabrina. Steph and Sabrina. That was just exciting, man, because she came out and she hit her first 7. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to sound like a sexist, a misogynist, you know what I mean, or any of the motherfucking words that they want to try to put on you. But I'm just saying, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, he finna lose to a fucking girl. I'm like, come on, man, you can't lose to the brawl, fam. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. You can't lose to the business. You feel me? But no, Sabrina is nice. You know what I mean? She got stroke. She can shoot the fuck out that thing. You know what I mean? And she came out. The moment was not too big for her. Okay. She came out and hit her first 7 shots, and I said, damn, this nigga might fuck around and lose. You know what I'm saying? And then, but in Steph Curry fashion, this man came out and showed why he's the greatest shooter of all time. He missed 2 of his first 3, and then after that, he just went fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it was dope is because ain't no second and third round. It's like she scored 26. That was the highest. 26 was the highest score that anybody shot that night, even in the real regular 3-point contest. The highest score was 26. Damian Lillard won off scoring 26, a few times or whatever. And she matched that. You know what I'm saying? So she would have been right there with them. And Steph came through and got 29. Nobody else got over 26. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was just dope because he had one shot to get 27, to get 26 or more. You know what I'm saying? And he did that. So that was pretty dope. And then slam dunk contest. Mac McClung once again showed up and showed out. That dunk where he fucking jumped in the air and like and he hung and let the ball, like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like that shit that you never seen before, bro. Like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But Aaron Gordon, I'm sorry, bro. Like that was straight highway motherfucking robbery, though, bro. This nigga Aaron Gordon, and then with the other one where the green stuffed animal was twirling around, bro. It was just twirling, and he went and caught the ball, and like Aaron Gordon got straight fucking cheated, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Aaron Gordon, that was some fucking shit. To me, in my eyes, he's a slam dunk champion. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. In my book, he won that year. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. At least Steph got the balls to face her, unlike a certain man. Come on, man. Steph ain't, man. Listen, LeBron is a straight bitch. Period, point blank, man. It ain't nothing else to be said, man. Okay, that's all he is. We all know it. He never step up to the plate. That's the reason why he ain't never been in a slam dunk contest. Now, speaking of the slam dunk contest, okay, everybody want to talk about, oh, okay, this is one thing that I will say. Now, I don't have a problem with LeBron James not competing in the slam dunk contest, but the thing is that, see, he said that he would do it, though. See, that's the thing. He said he would do it, and he didn't do it, okay? I already know why he's not doing it or why he never did it. And it's not a bad reason why he won't do it. You know what I'm saying? But he won't come out and admit it. Jonathan Kuminga came out and admitted it. You know what I'm saying? When he was a rookie. And I feel him on that. This is the thing. You can be a high flyer, okay? You know, but in order to make like an Aaron Gordon type of splash in the slam dunk contest, you have to have some, like, you got to have some hang time, right? You know what I'm saying? And so Jonathan Kuminga came out his rookie year, and he basically came out and said, he was like, that I probably won't ever compete in the slam dunk contest because I'm not a slam dunk contest kind of a dunker. And so you can be a high flyer, but still not be a slam dunk contest kind of a dunker. And LeBron James is a high flyer, extremely athletic, but you gotta have extreme hang time and have extreme creativity now. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why he's not doing it. It's a fear of failure kind of thing, because because all of the dunks have been done before now. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta come up with some old other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you gotta be able to do it within your first one or two takes. You know what I mean? You can't have the Nate Robinson thing where you missing 10 and 15 of the same dunk and all of that other shit, because it starts to lose its luster. So, but yeah, Jonathan Kaminga basically came out and said, like, I'm not going to do it because like, he knows his limitations. He knows, because when you see him dunk in the games, it looks like you will see, like, what are you talking about? How you not a slam dunk contest type of dunker, and we see you, but no, he's a high flyer. But you know, does he have like that hang time though? Like, to be able to hang in the air and do some, like when Michael Jordan was in them dunk contests. If you go back and look, yes, his dunks were super dope. But if you really look at it, it wasn't really what made his dunks look like more than what it was, is because of his hang time and just like how he was able to like move his legs in the air, and just like the way he just the flair of it. You know what I mean? He jumped and he was doing all of this, and he was just doing hella shit while he was in the air. You know what I'm saying? And it just made it look like hella dope and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, okay, I see one of your comments. You just said Jaylen Brown. Let me see. But like Jaylen Brown, for example, and kudos to Jaylen Brown for participating and being in a dunk contest. I give him that much. He got heart to go out there in front of the world. You know what I mean? And say, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna go out here and do it because I am somewhat of a name. You know what I mean? So that way we got somebody with a name in the slam dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, Jaylen Brown is another one that's like, I don't think he's a high flyer too. I don't think he's as much of a high flyer as Jonathan Kaminga, but um he got some pretty powerful in-game dunks as well. But that's the type of dunker that he is. He's not a slam dunk contest kind of dunker, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, I give him kudos for participating. Um, what's with the Jaylen Brown dunk? He got Kais in that. Shannon Sharp said this boy about 3 feet tall. And then you sat him down in the chair. You could have just jumped over him standing up. You sit him down in the chair, and now you're a foot and a half. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, nah. You know, Jaylen Brown, man. Yeah. You brought out Kai, bruh. Come on, man. You should have brought out nobody then, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's like you jumped over nothing. You know what I mean? Mac McClung is out there jumping over 2 and 3 motherfuckers. Mac McClung out there jumping over motherfuckers that's sitting on top of motherfuckers that's sitting on top of other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga out here jumping over Kai Snack. It's still bang bang, dog. But and then, you know, shout out to Jalen. Like I said, shout out to Jalen Brown. He was trying to pay homage to D Brown. You know what I'm saying? But D Brown actually did like this before he dunked. This nigga Jalen Brown waited till his feet touched the ground, and then nigga looked like he was out there dabbing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga looked like he was out there dabbing on that motherfucker, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, Mac McClung gave me what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's the thing with the slam dunk contest is that, you know, they say, you know, I heard what's his face? Stephen A. Snitch. Stephen A. Bitch. Seen him talking about, you think we don't want to see Ja Morant in there? You think we don't want to see? And Ja Morant is a good that's a good choice. But is he a slam dunk contest kind of a dunker? Like I said, man, that's what it is. A lot of these top NBA players, they're not that kind of dunker, bro. And you got to understand that. You know what I mean? What my issue with LeBron is LeBron. Listen, man, listen. LeBron is the biggest capper in NBA history, dog. Don't nobody cap more than him. This fool got up in the media over the weekend, All-Star break, and gonna sit up there and say they asked him about retirement and, you know what I mean, his thoughts on that, and does he want the farewell tour, or is he gonna pull a Tim Duncan and just kind of like retire at the end of the season, no announcement, and just retire? He gonna say, yeah, you know, I'm kind of torn on that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure, because one part of me wants the farewell tour to get that to all my fans. And then, but another part of me, man, if you don't shut your bitch ass up, you know you want a farewell tour, bitch. The fuck? Shut your lying ass up, nigga. Talking about this fool gonna say, yeah, you know, I never been comfortable with people praising me. Dude, this motherfucker, I mean, has he just lost his what's the phrase? His sense of reality? This man says he is not comfortable with people praising him. This is a man that's on the court putting an imaginary crown on his own motherfucking head. But you want to sit up there and talk about you don't feel comfortable accepting praise after you sat up there and said, yeah, you know, that one right there, yeah, that one may be the greatest of all time right there. Yeah, you know, that one right there may be the greatest of all time. After I cheated and after the NBA helped me cheat in 2016, yeah, that one may be the greatest of all time. Bitch, you already had hella finals losses at that point, my nigga. You can't never be the greatest of all time. You just can't do it. LeBron already knows Steph Curry going to get that Kobe Bryant. Oh, hey. Steph Curry gonna get that fair. He gonna get that Kobe treatment off the top. You know what I'm saying? Like Steph, Steph gonna get that. It's gonna be all right. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I might fuck around and cry when Steph Curry retire. Like, bro, like I watched this whole era, bro. Like, this is special. Like, like I'll never forget this era. And there was actually an incident, the situation, and I talked about this in Snax on Sports episodes that I had did in the past. I did I think 2022, um, right before Clay came back. This is the year we won it. I did an episode where I was talking about Clay because he was coming back, you know what I'm saying, for the first time in 2 years. And so I did an episode talking about Clay and how I was excited. Um, and in 2016, bro, in the Western Conference Finals against the OKC Thunder, Game 6, when Klay Thompson hit that shot with like a minute to go to give the Warriors the lead for the first time the whole game. It was either the first time in the whole game or the first time since early in the first quarter. Bro, when he hit that shot, bro, I just like, well, for one, I started crying, right? But I didn't even know. And then this is when I realized this is when I realized that I was like literally like that I was in love with this team. Like I never, like, the Niners is my team. I never felt this type of way. I don't, you kind of, I don't want to get, too mushy and it sounded too zesty and all that, but you know what I'm saying? I like, bro, because this was the thing. This was the 73-9 year, right? So history was on the line. It was the Western Conference Finals, and the OKC Thunder have been dog walking us that series, bro. Like game 3 and game 4 was, they were not close, bro. I'm like, damn. It just seemed like I'm like, damn, bro, we won 73 games. We finna lose in the Western Conference Finals. We was down 3-1. Okay. And then game 5 was going back to Oracle. I knew we was gonna win that game. I knew, I'm like, listen, if we're gonna lose this series, it's not gonna be in game 5. It's gonna be game 6. We ain't going out at home like that. So I knew we was gonna win game 5. So we won game 5. Game 6 was the one. I knew that if we won game 6, we would win the series because it was coming back home to us in game 7. And we would win that. But that whole game, like, it was kind of a little bit start to go like games 3 and 4. We didn't let them fully blow us out. But it was a few times where the lead had, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a few times where I think they got up to, at one point they was up 11 or 12, maybe 13 points in that game. You know what I mean? Something like that. But we never let it get too much farther than that. And it was just a struggle, bro. But Klay fucking Thompson. And it's not that Steph Curry had a bad game. He didn't have a bad game 6, but he wasn't, it was one of those games where he didn't play bad, but he didn't play, he wasn't playing like the MVP Steph. He was playing like a good version of Steph, but not the MVP Steph. Now, mind you, he did have the MCL sprain, you know what I'm saying? But because that was the year, that was the postseason where it was 73-9, but he got injured in game 1 against the Houston Rockets in the third quarter. And then he was out for the rest of that series and for the first 3 or 4 games of the next series against Portland. And then when he came back against Portland, that was the I'm back game where he scored 17 points in overtime, which is the most that anybody has ever scored in postseason history in an overtime game. And he said, I'm back. And then that next series was OKC. But that game 6, Klay Thompson did not let us lose. And Klay Thompson was making shots, bro, that like I was just astonished. But I was so into the game, bro. My heart was so into it, and I didn't realize it, bro, because I thought we was getting ready to lose. And then when we was making that little comeback, and I start to feel like, okay. And then once Klay hit that shot, once he hit the shot that gave us the lead, and the game was not over. He hit the shot that gave us the lead, and we only went up by 1 or 2 points with over a minute to go. So it was not that's OKC could have still easily won that game. I knew he was gonna win that game. But when Klay Thompson hit that shot, I don't know what came up out of me, bro. Like it was emotion that had came up out of me, bro, that never came up out of me watching like a sports game, bro. Like to where I started crying, but I ran out the house. And it was like I was like bending over. I was like, like, bro, like, because I was happy though. You know what I'm saying? But the game wasn't even over. But I knew we was gonna win. That shit just I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that moment, bro, because like I don't know, bro. Like that, when he hit that shot, an emotion came out of me that I never even knew that was in me. Like straight up, I didn't know that I was that in tune. Like I had that much feelings for this team. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I realized I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is something I'm gonna be able to tell my son about. This is something I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna talk about this my whole life, like this Warriors era right here." So I'm saying all that because of what you said about um, Steph getting that Steph is going to get that farewell. Every fucking stadium that Steph Curry goes to, I'm saying right now, like they are, bro. Steph is like the new. I'm sorry, they want to talk about LeBron. They want to talk. Steph is the new Jordan. He just is. I'm sorry. Steph Curry is the modern day Michael Jordan. Now, I'm not saying he's as good as Jordan. I'm saying his impact, you know what I mean, and everything that come with what he did. And he's one of the most, if not the most unique player in NBA history, bro. We've never seen nothing like this. We never seen no shit like this. So I always said, man, bro, like I feel so fortunate that I was able to watch his whole career. Like I watched the draft. For one, I watched Steph Curry at Davidson. I watched the draft when we drafted him in 2009. Okay, when I used to live in Foster City. Okay, I remember because Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio got picked number 5 and number 6 directly in front of him. And I said that I just knew that Steph Curry was going to be, it was going. And once they didn't pick him, I said, "Oh, we finna get Steph Curry." Now, what I will say is that I'm not going to sit here and act like um, I seen him turning into what he has turned into. I didn't see that. I just was excited that we were going to draft because I knew he was going to draft him once Minnesota passed up on him twice. I knew we were going to draft him and that he was going to be a good player for us. I didn't think like I wasn't thinking Hall of Famer or nothing like that. I definitely wasn't thinking all time fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Top 10 all time and shit. Uh, but I knew he was a special player. Not this special, but I knew he was special. Um, And then that rookie year, I had season tickets. I had season tickets to the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? And that was the year that Kobe Bryant won his last championship. And so I got to see Kobe play live for the one and only time. You know what I'm saying? And my oldest daughter, me and her, I took my oldest daughter to that game. It was just me and she was what, 5 or 6 at the time. You know what I'm saying? She's fucking 20 years old now. You feel me? But at that time, this was 2010. My oldest daughter was born in 04. So she was 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and her. And man, so yeah, that was dope. Because Kobe was my favorite player at that time. Kobe was my favorite player by far. I rooted for Kobe Bryant. Okay. So the Warriors was my team. Okay. But Kobe Bryant was my favorite player. So even at that time, I can't lie. I kind of had to I was treating the Lakers as like my second favorite team at that time because of Kobe, strictly because of Kobe. I've never been a Laker fan before Kobe or since Kobe, but during that time, you know what I mean, when I was a Kobe fan, I was rooting for the Lakers. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? At that time. But the Warriors was still my team. The Warriors was still my favorite team. It's just that I treated the Lakers as like my second favorite team. You know what I mean? Because of Kobe. It's just, you know what I'm saying? LeBron already knows Steph Curry. Yeah, he's gonna get that for you. Yeah. LeBron been jealous of Steph. LeBron been jealous of Steph. I said that back in 2015. Because Steph Curry is the first player that came along since LeBron James has been in the league that actually threatened LeBron James's, best player in the league, status. And I'm taking out Kobe because Kobe got like 7 years on LeBron. So yeah, Kobe was the best player in the league. I'd say while LeBron was in the league all the way up until LeBron won his first 1 or 2 championships. At that point, that's when Kobe started to kind of like, you know what I mean? And then once he got injured in 2013 with the Achilles, that last 3 years was just, we all know what happened. So, but yeah, I had Kobe as the best player in the league all the way up until he retired in 2016. I had Kobe Bryant as the best player in the league up until like 2012. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. You know what I mean? They were trying to say LeBron was the best player and since fucking 07 and 08. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league from the time he was playing with Shaq, okay, all the way up until 12. So I say Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league from like 02 to like 2012. Period. I still give Shaq the best. I'll give Shaq the best because Shaq was so dominant. I can't forget us. You know what I mean? But I say from about 2002 to about 2012, Kobe Bryant was the best player in the league. So that's 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But I forgot why I was saying that. But yeah, but no. So I was saying that because yeah. So LeBron was never threatened by Kobe because Kobe was already Kobe. So you ain't, he was already who he was. So that's the reason why I leave Kobe out of it. Steph Curry is the first player since LeBron James entered the league where LeBron James felt threatened by somebody else possibly being the best player in the league, the face of the league, getting all of the notoriety, you know what I mean, as the number one guy type shit. Steph Curry was the first person that ever did that to LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he always been jealous. He always been jealous. And a lot of them were jealous and they didn't want to give it up to Steph at first until they had no choice but to. Like, that's the dope thing about Steph Curry is that he said, okay, y'all don't want to give it to me? Okay, I'm going to just take it. You guys are going to have to give me my just due. You're just going to have to do it. And his whole Steph Curry's imprint is all over the league. You know what I'm saying? All over basketball, bro. Like, it's just this is Steph Curry's world right here, man. But yeah, no, All-Star Saturday night in the slam dunk contest, Mac McClung, he showed up and showed out. And so that's all I needed to see. Everybody else was weak. Jaylen Brown, he showed up and he did his thing. He had one or two, but them other two niggas was weak as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, but still, even with that, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to always watch. I'm a fan. I'm a basketball fan. I'm a sports fan. So I'm never not going to watch NBA All-Star Weekend. It's just, and that's the whole point of this live for me on this episode is that I hear all the complaints, but I don't 100% all the way agree. I'm not gonna ever don't think I'm gonna get to a point to where, I'm like, fuck NBA All-Star Weekend. I ain't paying attention to that. This is bullshit. And it's just, it's like I said, I know how to keep shit in perspective. It's an all-star game. It's an exhibition game. You did. LeBron already knew Steph Curry. Don't forget when the bum said, if you got to come out and ask for your motherfucking respect, you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. You should never go, and I want my damn respect. The reason why you ain't getting your fucking respect is because the way you're going about your business and trying to win these championships. This nigga, you trying to manufacture championships and trick motherfuckers into thinking that you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And to real knowledgeable basketball fans and to ones that been here and seen, like I seen Michael Jordan and LeBron James. So, you know what I'm saying? I know the difference. Michael Jordan is much better. Okay? That don't mean LeBron James ain't an all-time great. I'll give him that. I'll give him he's an all-time great. He ain't better than Michael Jordan, though. The NBA weren't going to let Steph win 2016 because he an Under Armour client. They still mad about him ditching Nike. The NBA stands for Nike Nike Basketball Association. Yeah, man. Yeah, these motherfuckers is too much, man. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, man. But but yeah, these motherfuckers got some ridiculous takes, man, when it comes to this All Star. And the one of the things that I don't like about it is that nobody has any. Everybody want to complain. See, I don't like people that complain, but they don't got no solution. What's your solution? All I'm hearing is, "Oh, it's trash," and they don't give no. But okay, well, what's the solution? How would you fix it? Now, I like the fact that they went back to traditional East versus West. I just like it that way. Um, all the other stuff they tried and all that, all the whether they was gonna do, you know, the USA versus the world and all that, and picking teams, and you got captains and all this other shit. All that's cool and all, man, but ain't nobody trying to just keep it East versus West, man. You know what I mean? Traditional. So I like that they did that. Um, but yeah, let me get to this part right here. But yeah, Aaron Gordon got robbed. I'm sorry. Aaron Gordon just got motherfucking robbed. Like straight up. Now, let me. Come on, man. No, not as personally constructed. Shannon Sharp, I'm of this mindset right now. They need to do away with All-Star Weekend. Just get rid of it. The whole weekend? No. Let me finish. The 3-point shooting contest, I'm totally good. Now, see, this is one thing about Stephen A. Now he's a double talking ass bitch. Okay. Now I like watching Stephen A because he's entertaining, but a lot of times he says one thing and in the very next sentence says the exact opposite. This no hairline having ass bitch. Now, he said they need to get rid of All-Star Weekend. That's what this man just said. Then when Shannon Sharp says the whole weekend, like you trying to get rid of you want to get rid of the whole weekend? He said, no. Not the weekend, the game. But hear me out. Now he about to go in and say what he likes about it and but you just said get rid of the whole weekend. So if you want to get rid of the whole weekend, you talking about 3-point contest, you talking about like Stephen A. Like that's fucking ludicrous, bro. To say to get rid of the All-Star Weekend, bro. Like that's just something that's been going on for years and years and years and years, and all of a sudden, just because the players ain't giving a whole bunch of effort, you want to get rid of the whole fucking weekend? That's where we at with the takes that we giving now. You know what I'm saying? Um, and like I said, this is all just because this is a talking point. Football's over now. There's not a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, until basketball comes back in a couple days. So they gotta stretch this NBA All-Star weekend topic out so long, and they gotta say the most outlandish shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got shit else to talk about. So this motherfucker talking about getting rid of All-Star weekend. That's fucking ludicrous, bro. Like, I mean, I just don't understand that.
The three-point shooting contest, not just Steph Curry and UNESCO, who were fabulous, but the overall three-point shooting contest never cheats us, never disappoints us. They're going out there, they shoot, they're trying to make shots. There's nothing wrong with the three-point. I'm talking about the skills competition. I'm talking about the slam dunk competition. And I'm talking about the All-Star game. Let me start with the All-Star game. Ladies and gentlemen, what transpired last night was an absolute travesty. Nearly 400 points were scored. No defense, no effort whatsoever.
And see, this is the thing with me. Like I said, I understand people saying with the effort and this and that, but I don't think it was a travesty. That's just me. I know I may be in the minority. You know what I'm saying? How is it a travesty? You know what I'm saying? Like they're starting to talk about this All-Star game as if it's a game that like really counts. The only thing that counts in this All-Star game is whoever wins the All-Star game MVP. That's like an accomplishment towards their career legacy and shit. You know, when at the end of your career, you can say, "Hey, I won 2 MVPs. I won 2 championships, an All-Star game MVP. You know, I was 7-time All NBA." You know, it goes towards your career accolades. That's the only thing that comes from the All-Star game. Other than that, as long as I see the best players in the NBA playing in that game on the same team and or against one another, going at least half speed, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, for me, it's everything that comes along with it. It's everything that's around the game. You know what I mean? Even when you talking to some of the NBA stars on the bench while the game is going on and they doing an interview, and you know what I mean? Just like all of that type of shit. I know everybody don't give a fuck about that type of shit. I understand that. But for me, those are all of the things that I enjoy about the All-Star game, because those are all of the things that I have enjoyed about it since I was a kid. I still enjoy the same things about the All-Star game and All-Star weekend now that I did when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I guess for me, it's just a way to, for me to keep me, feeling young, younger, you know what I mean, so to speak. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, to say let's get rid of, to go to that far of an extreme to say, we should get rid of, even if he wasn't talking about the whole All-Star weekend, even if he's talking about getting rid of the All-Star game, like, bro, like you deserve to be slapped in your fucking face for saying some shit like that. That's just me. The NBA All-Star game has been going on since what? The 60s and shit? So all of a sudden just throw it out? Like, that's just that. I mean, that's, to me, that would be a travesty. You talking about that game the All-Star game was a travesty. No, it would be a travesty to get rid of the All-Star game because of that game. You know what I'm saying? Like I just that would, you want to talk about you would lose, like you, that's just, you would totally lose fans, viewership, all of that if you do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is the ultimate indictment against the NBA stars who show up on NBA All-Star Weekend. You play harder in the summer league when you training. That's all anybody's asking. We all know that when you playing in the summertime and stuff like that, ain't nobody trying to get hurt. But you still give one another effort because you're working on your game. You can give the fans at least that. Nobody's asking you to compete like you're going up against the playoffs or even a regular season game.
Well, that's what it sounds like y'all asking, because that's how y'all complaining. You guys are complaining about it. I can understand a little bit of, a little bit of, they can give a little more effort, this, that, blah, 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 and move on. But you guys are staying on it like they should feel, like the players should feel like they should be ashamed. Bro, it's an exhibition game. Like, I keep going back to that because that's the real. It's an exhibition game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the game doesn't really matter. It's for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's to entertain the fans. And it's to entertain the fans and to celebrate the best players in the league. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me though. Like I said, I know everybody may not agree with that.
But when you are working out at summertime, Shannon, you know this. Only superstar, above the rim superstar in the history of the game who did not participate.
And that's all I'm saying. If they complaining about it, make it one day. These YouTubers be whining about it 2 or 3 days straight. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I kind of understand it to a certain extent, because all YouTubers is doing, all the media do, all everybody is doing is they're trying to milk the topic while it's hot for views and ratings and likes and comments and shares and all of that. That's all they're trying to do. That's why they stay talking about it over and over again, because it's a hot topic. And so when you get in the algorithms and all that, certain your videos may pop up, you know what I mean, in places that they may not have popped up before, just because the topic is hot at that time. And so, you may have a tag, in your description that's a popular tag that that brings more eyeballs and ears onto it than what normally than normal. So, but that's all it is. You know what I mean? They do that on the radio too. They've been doing that on the radio too. And you know what I'm saying? They take one topic and they just drill it over and over and over again. And then they take that one topic and then they make 2 or 3 different topics out of that one topic. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I agree. Get your little shit off. Like I said, this gonna be my one episode about this. I just was, because I know that this is a little bit of a different take that I got than what most people are saying. Most people are, saying it's horrible, and they ain't giving no effort. Why should I watch? This is horrible product, and all that type of shit. And I'm just saying that it's not that I don't see that point of view, because I do. And not even that I totally disagree with them giving a little bit more effort, but I'm just not tripping off of they gave up they're scoring 200 points and this and that and blah, blah. I just don't see why that's such a big deal. I actually think it's cool for an all-star game. I think it's cool as fuck for a team to score 200 points. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, what do I think about the LeBron fake rumor to Golden State? Man, listen. This boy just got to stay in the news, man. I mean, what I think about it is, I don't want his bald-headed ass. That's what I think. I don't want LeBron James. Okay, keep his motherfucking musty ass over there where the fuck he at with the fakers. Okay, he went and ruined their fucking franchise, ruined the legacy of motherfucking Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Just by coming over there. LeBron James ain't no real Laker, man. He ain't no real Laker like that. He ain't no Magic. He ain't no Kareem. He ain't no Kobe. He ain't no Worthy. Okay? He ain't even Byron Scott. He ain't no Shaq. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no real Laker, man. He ain't no Jerry West. He a bandwagon motherfucker. You want to come in and, you know what I'm saying? So what I think about it is, I don't want him. Never wanted him. Don't need him. Because for one, I want Steph Curry, and not just Steph Curry, but since we're talking about the all-time greats, you know what I'm saying? But I want, I want Steph and Clay, I want, Clay and Dre and Steve Kerr too, but I want Steph Curry to have more rings than LeBron James. Not have him come over here and try to, because see, that's all he would try to do. Oh, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to milk me and get me a little easy championship. And because he know what the media going to do. All the media going to do is, if he come over here and win a championship, is going to say, they're not going to talk about how he came over here and came to Steph Curry team and jumped on the bandwagon and just got a little easy championship. They just gonna say, "Oh, LeBron has 5 rings," and like they making it like, yeah, because he done won a championship with Miami, then with Cleveland, then the Lakers. Like they making like no. It's harder to stay with one team and keep winning. You stupid dumb motherfucker. It's easy. Anybody could win one ring. Not anybody, but I'm saying that the all-time great. It's easier for the all-time greats to win a ring. Then when it start to get hard, say, "Oh, well, I'm out. I'm gonna go over here where they shit is already damn near ready to go, and then win another like." It's easier to do that. Nigga, it's harder to stay with one team and keep winning because you can't keep everybody. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, motherfuckers is going, you know what I mean? You could keep some motherfuckers. You can't keep everybody, though. So, we know, man, with LeBron James, he just a bitch. LeBron showed up in Super Bowl 58, didn't show up to Kobe's. Hey. Yeah. Once again, if I'm being all the way, if I just got to be all the way on. I did talk shit, but if I'm be all the way honest, deep down in my heart, you know what I'm saying? It didn't bother me that he didn't show up to Kobe's thing. You know what I'm saying? Just because, like, but that was before I found out that some of his teammates were there. And I think you the one that told me that, Cheyenne. Because see, before I was like, he didn't go because, you know what I mean? But, he got to get, I'm the biggest LeBron James hater. You know what I'm saying? And proud of it. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a realist at the same time. But I was feeling that way before I knew that, because I'm thinking, okay, he didn't go. I know damn if he didn't go, none of his teammates was there. But you mean to tell me you had current teammates that was able to make it to the ceremony and you didn't, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. That's all it is to it, man. Ain't nothing else to be talking about, man. You're a bitch. You jealous of Kobe. You hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like that. I like what Clay did. I like what Clay did that one game before the All-Star break when he came in. He said, okay, I'll go to the bench, but guess what? I'm finna light this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna light this motherfucker up. And Draymond said at All-Star break that Clay told him before the game that once that Draymond said before that game, after him and Steve Kerr had to talk and he knew he was getting ready to come off the bench, Draymond said Klay Thompson told him, I got the clip loaded tonight, brother. Yeah, I'm finna let that thing fly. This nigga want to put me on the bench? Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna play like no bench player. Yeah, I'm coming in locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? And it probably was dope for him. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Clay did his thing. Clay did his thing.
Participate in the slam dunk contest. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the decision that he's made over the years. And what that has done is provoked a lot of cats on to come up to not participate in the slam dunk contest either. And now we've got a G Leaguer.
See, and this is a part where I gotta be a little bit more realistic too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't blame LeBron for other players after him not competing in the slam dunk competition. That's just my opinion. Okay. If Stephen A, if you talking about these motherfuckers that's coming after LeBron, they just following it, that's their fucking fault. That's their fucking fault. I'm not gonna blame LeBron for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna blame LeBron for that. LeBron is just a scary bitch. So he didn't want to do it because he don't, you know, we all seen what so they following after a scary ass bitch. I blame them for that. You gonna follow after this nigga? No, make your own motherfucking footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Don't follow after this nappy headed ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I'm a lion here. You ain't no motherfucking boy. You's a motherfucking cub. You know what I'm saying? LeBron didn't compete in it because he a scary ass bitch. It's a fear of failure, and he know that he wasn't gonna be able to do nothing. You know what I mean? He know that somebody else was gonna beat him. He didn't want to be the nigga to get beat. He it's a fear of failure. He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That's all it is. I'm the almighty LeBron James. I can't get in a slam dunk contest and have somebody beat me because then they're going to look at me like, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, man. LeBron James is the biggest hoe that the NBA has ever seen. LaHo James. Yeah, Clay can give us 15, 20 off the bench easy. He can do that easy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even tripping off that. Clay can give us 15 to 20 easy because his minutes are still going to be there. You know what I mean? And it's not even permanent that he's not starting. I think Steve Kerr is doing to Clay right now what he did to Andrew Wiggins. Because if you remember, Wiggs got benched and was coming off the bench for about a month. And then slowly but surely he kind of, got back to himself. And then Steve Kerr put him back in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know if that's you doing it, Cheyenne, but some of your comments is starting to say message retracted. So I don't know if that's you leaving the comment. Let me taking it off, but just let you know it's saying that I can still see your comments, but every once in a while it says message retracted. But yeah, Adam Silver is the biggest fake for making this league too soft. Yeah. Okay, it's the biggest fault. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. This pea brain, weasel, penis head looking motherfucker and all this player empowerment shit. See, when David Stern, rest in peace to David Stern, when David Stern was running shit, NBA was thriving. Now everybody complaining this and that, and there's too much offense, no defense, and all this other shit. Because they need to bring. I'm sorry, it's going too much in the opposite. It's starting to go too much in the opposite direction, bro. I heard somebody say this today, and it's true. Now you can score 135 in an NBA game and lose in regulation. It used to be if you score 135, hey, you blew somebody out by like 30. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you score 135, you might have lost. So that's telling you, man, that they need to get back to, and they need to address this shit in the offseason, man. They need to get it back to where you can at least play a little bit of defense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. This shit is getting ridiculous. Just last month, we had a week where we had a motherfucker score 70, then another motherfucker go 70, then another motherfucker go 60, then another motherfucker go 70, then another motherfucker went 50. I mean, what are we doing here? And two of them niggas lost. Karl Anthony Towns did all that shit, scored 60, whatever the fuck he scored, and lost. Come on, man. Y'all got to win these games. Y'all got to win these games, man. You can't be scoring all the points and losing. I don't give a fuck. You know, same thing with Steph Curry. Steph Curry scored 60 points and they lost. Come on, man. What the fuck we doing? I don't give a fuck about that 60 points. I don't give a fuck about that 60. You lost. If you're going to score 60, you got to win, big dog. ESPN had a stat of 73-9 Warriors first offensive. Yep. I seen that. I seen that. That just tells you right there, bro. And think about that. Think about that. I remember I watched that season. Like, the Warriors was next level, bro. I mean, they was fucking next fucking level. And in just 8 years, that same level of offensive rating is 21st. They would have been 21st this season. And in 2016, they were first. So yeah, they got to do something about that, man. They got to do something about this, man. They got to let people play defense. There was one last part that this egghead motherfucker.
Who is a back-to-back slam dunk champion. Props to Jaylen Brown for participating, not caring about what people were going to say or how it looked. He went out there and he could. What's up, everyone? I'm Karl Anthony Towns, and I'm here with the legendary Mark Jones.
Cat.
NBA Infinite is available now. Download NBA Infinite for free from the App Store and Google Play Store. Done. for the winner. And you don't care to compete? Why should we a $100,000 prize for third place finisher? Get a national competition going on throughout the streets of America and watch how many people will put on a show that's far, far better than what we're getting from these guys, okay? And the skills competition don't even get me started. In the end, the reason why I'm saying do away with it, if you want to show such a flagrant disregard for the fans, for the audience, knowing that the product that you're putting out there is trash from the All-Stars. I'm talking about superstars on the court together, all right, going up against one another, and you don't care to compete? Why should we watch? I mean, if you looked at Adam Silver give away the trophy, he looked disgusted. I know the NBA was disgusted. Most of the fans have been disgusted. Listen to talk radio this morning. Everybody's going off about how bad it is. We've been saying it for years. They don't seem to care. So maybe we should stop caring, Shannon. That's what I wanted to say.
I agree with everything that you just said. It's coming. I mean, it's not as bad as the pro.
I agree with everything that you just said. I mean, you know, this nigga said, why should we care? You know, why should we watch if y'all don't care? Bro. And then they said that Anthony Edwards came out today and said that, you know, players look at the All-Star, even the players that's at All-Star weekend, that's All-Stars. Players look at it as a break. So, you know, as like a break in the season. So, and it is. They should look at it that way. Like, it's supposed to be fun. I understand the competition level of it too. I don't have a problem with that. I understand, but the whole weekend is supposed to be fun. And then in the game, it's supposed to be fun too. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get down to the fourth quarter, okay, let's get down to business and try to win this game. That's how it's always been. That's how it's always been.
Bowl, because the Pro Bowl, you'll have tackling football, and it's kind of hard to play two-hand touch. But when you look at it, Stephen A., it's basically.
And then I'm hearing people talk about, you know, I heard Guru and his scary ass on the radio today talking about, and what if someone gets hurt? What if Giannis or Steph or would have torn sprained an ankle or tore an ACL or something? Like, that's what we doing now? That's what we doing? We worrying about injuries in an All-Star? Like, this is ludicrous what we're doing, bro. Like why all of a sudden now we're so worried about, like, and even in the Pro Bowl, you know, they're talking about, I can understand, you know, the Pro Bowl because, you know, they getting tackled and this, that. Bro, even when the Pro Bowl was in its heyday, I'm not saying it never happened because I'm sure it's something that I don't know about, but I don't recall there being too many injuries at the Pro Bowl. But all of a sudden now we supposed to worry about it. Like it ain't. I ain't never heard about somebody sustaining like a season-ending injury at an All-Star game or something. Like I said, I'm not saying it ain't never happened. I'm sure there's something that's probably happened in the history of these games before, but I haven't heard about it. So why would you? That's just an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting hurt at this shit. Now, I remember Kobe broke his nose when, you know, D-Wade, you know, they was competing. You know what I mean?
Morphed into layups, dunks, and threes. And there is a blatant disregard for the game. You're right. You can get a better run in UCLA than you can in the All-Star game. These are not supposed. These are the best players in the world. And that is ridiculous. And yeah, I get it. The people in attendance, yeah, they ooh and ah, but that's not what the viewing audience is saying. That's not because I remember in the Pro Bowl I was there one year and they studied it kind of and Stephen A. I don't know exactly when. Right. It started to get to this. Maybe it was 2017, maybe it was 2018, where the blatant lack of disregard. And maybe they wasn't always sitting in the chair. We get that, and that's not what we're asking you to do. But just try. Just pretend like you care. Don't come with the blatant disregard that you've shown for the All-Star game over the last 4 to 5 years. They scored, the East scored 50 points in every single quarter. Now you tell me there was any effort involved in that. There was no effort involved in.
See, that's where I feel like it goes a little bit overboard, bro. Like I said, I actually think that's cool. Like, bro, it's an all-star game, bro, and these guys are talking. They're talking about this like like this game really matters. No effort. I mean, how could you let these all-star, superstar, all-world, all-NBA players score 50 points in a quarter? How could you let that happen? Like, dude, like, it's y'all keep saying, I'm not saying give full effort, but then you saying that they ain't giving no effort. I don't get it. Oh, you want them to give effort, but they ain't got to give full effort. So you motherfuckers don't know what the hell your ass want.
And Adam Silver has every right. Stephen A., I believe the dunk contest has run its course. I mean, at some point in time, all things must come to an end, and maybe the dunk contest has come.
You hear this big thick neck football player trying to tell us that the slam dunk contest has ran its course and all things must come to an end. So now we should just get rid of one of the most exciting event in NBA All-Star weekend. So just get rid of it. They can find ways to get better dunkers and stuff like that. Like Mac McClung might be the stepping stone and the opening of the door to non-NBA. I understand he's an NBA player. I understand he's a G League player, and he has played, in a few NBA games before. So I understand that he is a professional. You know what I'm saying? But he's not actively on an NBA roster right now. And he wasn't last year when he participated in the slam dunk competition. So I'm saying I think he can be the stepping stone to the opening of the door for athletes and basketball players that are not actually in the NBA being able to compete. You know what I'm saying? The slam dunk competition. I mean, you can do something like that, but to just say, I'm going to just get rid of it. Nah, because the people just want to see a good dunk contest. If it's promoted by the NBA, if it's an NBA event, it's during NBA All-Star weekend, we don't care if the participants aren't in the NBA. We understand that it's an NBA product. You know what I'm saying? Just put some dope dunkers out there. You know what I'm saying? Give them a couple dollars, pay them, you know what I'm saying? And try to figure it out that way. Or shit, like it always comes back around. Like every year ain't just gonna be there was some dud slam dunk competitions in the in the 90s and early 2000s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not all of it. It's always exciting, but not every slam dunk competition every year is like the 2000 All-Star Weekend that was actually in Oakland. And I went to that one too as a kid. Maybe I wasn't a kid, but I was still a minor. I was what, 16, 17. Uh, I mean, that's technically a kid, but you know. Um, but yeah, I remember that slam dunk contest because everybody in it was dope. It's just that Vince Carter was otherworldly. Yeah, Vince Carter, Steve Francis had some dope dunks. Tracy McGrady was in that All-Star competition. He had some dope dunks. And there was somebody else that was in there that I'm forgetting about. That's also a dope dunker in 2000. But that year was many as fuck. And then you get some dud years, but it'll come back around. You know what I'm saying? That whole Aaron Gordon uh, dunk contest, that wasn't expected. Nobody knew that was gonna happen. But if you get rid of it, you assure that it's not gonna happen. Like you don't need to get rid of it. You know what I mean? Just sometimes you gotta wait for it to come back around. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this year, but maybe next year. You know what I'm saying? Or the year after that, wait for some more motherfuckers to come in the league. You know what I'm saying? The whole NBA had no answer with the Golden State's play style back in 2015. Not even the refs had an answer. No, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. It's the reason why they were winning at the clip that they were winning at because nobody could figure them out. Because, like I said, it was not just Steph, but he's the nucleus, he's the root. So he's such a unique player that they just hadn't figured that out yet. You know what I mean? And over time, they've started to figure it out. But at the same time, Steph Curry has gotten better over time too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's pretty much my take on it, man. I'm finna get off this, man. I'm getting tired. Give me a couple hours, man, of sleep, man, so I can wake up and get to work, man, and hit the road. You know what I mean? But I think it was one more little part.
For the simple fact, the stars are no longer participating. The Dominiques, the Doc is getting for winning this game.
Something that's very, very uncomfortable to say, but somebody needs to say it, so I'm going to say it. You know, we have been all for player empowerment. We know that no matter what's you get that. So it's something along the line. There was a Shannon Sharp that said, yo, I've done this, I've achieved this, and with that came great responsibility, not only as a player, but ultimately as a spokesperson in the aftermath of my playing career. And I have not found one.
It's funny how they always blame the players, but not the fruity commissioner. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean they both deserve some blame. These players is pampered like a motherfucker, man. But yeah, the commissioner he too player friendly. David Stern wouldn't have none of this, bro. If David Stern was running the NBA, this shit would not be happening. That's a fact.
Let's compete. That's all, not to the degree of a regular season or a playoff game, but it leads to the degree of summer league play. They won't even do that, and it comes across as you snubbing your nose would it come across that way? Because you have the power to get away with it. And it's abusive. And that is what has happened. And it has elevated a level of disgust that is coming in their direction. Not all, okay, but some of them, but collectively, because y'all on the court together, you're going to take the brunt of this. You're going to get your money. You're going to get your shine and all of this other stuff. But folks ain't going to forget it, because that effort last night, nearly 400 points being scored, that is an embarrassment. It is a travesty. And anybody that participated in that game last night should be ashamed of their damn selves. It's just that simple.
Nah, it's that, and that's the part that I want to play, because that last statement right there, I just totally disagree with. Anybody that played in that game should feel embarrassed. Nah, I'm sorry. I played them up on an all-star game and I'm an all-star. I'm not embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can talk all that shit y'all want. Guess what? They can say all the shit they want. Cheyenne. Today is, well, it's now Wednesday, February 21st. But, you know, this started out as a Tuesday night. I'll say by Friday, ain't nobody even gonna be talking about the All-Star weekend no more. So why should I be embarrassed about playing in a game that I earned my way into? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't feel embarrassed. You know? So I disagree with that. That's just going overboard, bro. I understand he trying to say shit for shock value and for TV and for all that, but nah. You ain't gotta do it like that. You ain't gotta feel embarrassed. You feel me? But I'm gone, man. I just want to give my little take on All-Star Weekend. You feel me? And I feel like people going overboard. It's not as bad as people are making it seem. To me, it's not. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. You know. 'Cause I keep the main thing the main thing. And the main thing in this situation is knowing that the All-Star game is an exhibition game. These players are not going to be out there, you know what I'm saying, doing the most. You know, they just not going to do it. So I'm gone, though, man. Snax on Sportz. I'll be back with another one. All right.